There's a pickup shot into the gap and 4. Lovely piece of timing and played it away from that deep fielder.
Yeah, the replay from Quinton de Kock suggests that he was looking maybe to go a little bit aerial. Just skidded through nicely, gets enough on the leg side, being a real strength of his, and he's gone to it early on.
Pull shot, that's gone flat for 6. That's the first big strike from South Africa. Proteas are swiftly moving to 20 without a wicket after 2. Oh, that's slapped. And 4. Little bit of width, shorter in length, and put away.
What I love about this is there's no attempt to hit it down on the ground. Identify
every time, and Afridi has got to line up now a left-hander who puts it away over the infield. Once again, it's a tough gig for 3 fielders. Runs away and hits the fence.
Often in T20 cricket, you talk about trying to dominate an over. If you
hardly any sideways movement, so you're on your own really with variations. Oh, that is such a great shot. It made a great sound. The acoustics were absolutely switched on. And it was a terrific sound of the blade.
You feel that Shaheen Shah Afridi will be really disappointed with. We're going to get a little bit of purchase out of this surface.
Now that's gone in a flash. I mean, the bat speed and the poise, the balance. So many good things to like about that shot from Quinton de Kock. And more importantly, JP was talking about rhythm and flow. Well, he seems to have got it now.
Yeah, vintage Quinton de Kock.
Going to be broken here. Wider the stumps and airlifted for 4. Once again, great connection. Lovely use of the feet.
Yeah, read the play beautifully as Quinton de Kock. Saim Ayub has attempted the arm balls to no effect up until this point and floats it up beautifully.
Real mid-on now pushed back to long on. Catch and gone. Outside edge, Saim Ayub once again does the trick for Pakistan. Of late, he's been...
A little cameo here from Quinton de Kock. You feel that the option was there. Just stuck a hint in the pitch and gets the outside edge, a thick outside edge.
Well, that's gone. 1 bounce probably. Yes, over the fence. His first 4 in T20 eyes. Picked up the length early.
Is the pause. Just have a look, yeah. Saw that the pace wasn't there, took a little bit of pace off and adjusted beautifully. Full commitment to the shot. That's the most important thing of that execution.
On the track, catch it is the call. It just goes over the head of the fielder at cover. 50 comes up for South Africa. It's a really good shot. Well, that's gone. 1 bounce probably. Yes, over the fence. His first 4 in T20 eyes. Picked up the length early.
Yeah, what's impressive is the pause. Just have a look, yeah. Saw that the pace wasn't there, took a little bit of pace.
Down the track, catch it is the call. A couple of 4s, they want more. When he got his fill. That's poor one from Abrara. A half tracker put away for another 4. 58 for 1 after 5.
Picked up again and finds a fence. are not going Pakistan's way, but South Africa off to a flyer.
It's a fear these two batters having with their liner lens. That was a freebie. Too short. Easy pickings. Dizorzi.
Glove down the fence. And that makes matters worse. Once again, far too straight, straying down the leg side, especially with fine up in the ring, not the line.
Pakistanis have to come with something special. Not like that. That was too short once again. He's been all over the place. And that's what we have witnessed. Captain for the first time edged. Who cares? It's a boundary for South Africa.
Use of the feet, and the ball flies into the stands, maybe even over of the Pindi Cricket Stadium. What a strike from Dizorzi.
Seems like he hit the ball in the orbit and it kept going. It took off like A380. Then he hasn't been asked to do so.
Second one, yes, it will be signalled wide, but brilliant from Mohammad Nawaz.
Intelligent bowling, very wide. Neat work behind the stumps from Misman, and his comeback game took the bails in no time. That was the wicket part.
Up in the air and has the distance. Spoils the over with a maximum. Also brings up South Africa's 100. 9 done is 104 for 2.
And you have that feeling. And how about that stroke? Fetching the ball from outside the off stump. It wasn't full enough.
Short and given the treatment. That is a poor delivery from Nawaz, and Reza Hendricks bounces.
Yeah, that is the length Reza Hendricks wants. It sits on the back foot, waiting for those deliveries, and every...
Oh, he's got him! The ball cannons into the stumps. Nawaz has to.
That is the peril. When you show aggression without any restraint.
Oh, that's gone all the way. That's gone. Is it? No, taken. It's Nawaz, who's in business again. A short ball.
Yeah, and it's amazing what a couple of tight overs does to the mindset of Metro Briotskat. That's on the short side, but on this occasion, he doesn't afford too many.
On 49, Reza Hendricks has played a good hand. Sweeps, it's in the air, away from the field, and 4. Probably a 6, who knows? 50 comes up for Reza Hendricks. It's a boundary. His 18th in T20Is, 3rd versus Pakistan. And it has been a brilliant innings. Wickets have gone down from the other end, but he's stood firm and he's played a wonderful innings here.
Yeah, appreciated by his teammates. He's really been the anchor this evening.
Radar Nawaz, unfortunately, such a big performer. That's gone and will hit the fence. Such a good shot and great piece of placement. Obviously, the timing was great as well, but the placement was even better.
Yeah, this is the danger with operating. That's wide outside the off stump. You can see intentional from Donovan Ferreira. It's rocking back, picking up that length early, generating the pace.
Ball at over 90 kilometers per hour as well, so terrific variations from Mohammad Nawaz. 2 for 26, last ball of his spell. Bowls him, it's another one.
Since slashes hard, the width not in favor of Shaheen Shah Afridi, flies over third for 4.
Clear intention from Shaheen Shah Afridi to hit that wide line. Doesn't quite get the length and provides an opportunity for George Linder. A thick outside edge, third man region, and welcome boundary for South Africa. Bit of momentum in the over.
Oh, wow. Absolutely belted through the offside. My goodness. He packs a punch, George Linder. Back-to-back boundaries.
Field now. Shaheen Shah Afridi unfortunately hasn't executed. And deep point comes into the ring. And Woodruff drops on the boundary.
Makes matters worse. Not the line, not the length either. Too much width on offer. And he goes 3 on the bounce now.
Yeah, trio boundaries for George Linder. And we spoke earlier in the power play about change of pace being a critical piece in the back end of this inning.
A strike. Oh, he's put it down. A miss hit straight to Babar Azam, and to make matters worse, that is a 4th boundary of the over.
How costly will this be for Babar Azam in Pakistan? Momentum with South Africa, gets his 4th boundary. Fortunate for George Linder. They feel
That's skied. That's off the toe, but does have the distance also. Once again, the ball flies over the boundary. Make that 4 sixes so far.
George Linder can certainly be a match winner in this format. And in the space of 7 deliveries has really changed the complexity of this game. Africa being in control. Oh, and that's a wicket. It's the breakthrough that Pakistan were after. And Reza Hendricks has played a vital hand in this innings thus far. And he comes to an end.
Yeah, was there from the very get-go. And just a swipe. Cleans him up. Full straight. You miss, I hit, says Naseem Shah. And that was on with pace as well. Closes the curtain on a good knock from George Linder.
Yeah, you have to recognize it's the first 2 deliveries that really gets into George Linder's delivery that Naseem Shah is going to bowl. He's bowled 2 cutters, the previous 2, not sure, doesn't fully commit to it. Full and straight is the call.
Fielder inside the ring doesn't get a hand. Fielder outside the ring doesn't get a hand. Corbin Bosch hits the boundary on the very first delivery. South Africa 192 now.
Yeah, Pakistan will feel a little bit disappointed here. The field certainly suggests that he's going to bowl the wider line. And Corbin Bosch, well, he gets enough of it to find the gap.
First innings. Get back, get in. Does well, Usman Khan in the end. Plenty of action to close the first innings out, which also means there is a run out. South Africa will end on 194 for 9.
Have they learned from what deliveries works on the surface? A great hand by Reza Hendricks, 60 or 40 at the top of the innings. A few cameos from De Kock and De Zorzi. And then Linder at the back end of the innings, creating some momentum for South Africa. And in the end, South Africa in the allotted 20 overs, 194 for 9.
Pakistan had a few things to deal with. Partnerships aplenty. Two certainly up the order, providing all the momentum. 44 and 49. Reza Hendricks first with de Kock, then with de Zorzi. A good hand in the middle orders as well from Ferreira, George Linda, again with Reza Hendricks. 27 off 39, those two to get them to 194 for 9. Now Pakistan, they had their work cut out. A couple of wickets to Saim and Nawaz with the pick of the bowlers, both spinners bagging 5. One to Abra, one to Shaheen and one to Naseem. The seamers were expensive. Nawaz with good figures, 3.
Just staying a touch on the low side.
Airlifted for a 4. He's a nice timer of the ball in the slot and it went.
Yeah, you get a feeling that perhaps just a touch too full. There was the length to work with.
Bowlers would be better off hitting the length. If your pacer hit that length, let it climb. Another big shot. Is it a big shot? Just gets it past that man at mid-on and ball will run away into the fence. Headlines his onslaught against the world's best fast bowler. Slices it, gets it past the infield for 4, so he means business. This is how he bats. He's seriously gifted. He attacks. That's in his instinct. And when he pulls it off, he looks $1 million.
Yeah, intent and made clear. He's not going to let any bowlers.
Yeah, I mean, this is belligerent. This really is good stuff from Sahibzada Farhan. Good pitch, is driving through the line and not being hassled at all. Clear thinking, I think that's the other thing. Always fine if you're given the new ball, because the field is in and so you can pick up a wicket, you can go for runs, but the follow-up act has got to be precise and measured. Oh, bowling, this is terrific bowling. Really is great, because he hit the length. So the celebrations, Vernon, you can describe those celebrations.
Home side can deliver the results as well. Brilliant. One of 3 T20s, the only one here in Pindi. And then we move to Lahore for the final 2. In the air! And he's gone! Babar Azam on his return to T20 international cricket falls for a duck.
Oh no.
Trying to hit your way out of it. He does try on that occasion and will get the much needed 6. Finally something off the middle of Saim's bat.
Yeah, it was the ideal length for Saim Ayub to make the most of it. He's been trying this stroke for a long time, but this time
Proved since. Wrapped in the front and the finger goes up as well. First time he was lucky on line, this time maybe not so much. He sent it upstairs. Let's have a look.
who got that innings a bit of momentum again. It's in the air and this will clear. Here's the time for Saim Ayub to excel. Not a lot of turn available for the spinners from this surface, and he can back himself into expressing himself. 50 on the board.
What he now needs to do is rotate strike. Yes, if the ball's there for a boundary, go for it, but he can't afford to keep chewing up dot deliveries. And then look for that release shot. Goes for the release again. This time times it even better. Goes even further. Back-to-back sixes from Saim Ayub. Breaking the shackles now.
Yeah, the faster bowlers had him tethered. Ever since the left armour has been introduced into the attack, he started to feel confident. And he is backing himself. Then there won't be any wrist work. edged deliberately for 4 runs. That's the Saima Yu we all know.
And we should all encourage our families, our friends, our community. And I think this is one of the great cause, and we are celebrating it today at the moment.
Absolutely, it is a wonderful cause, and screening is so important. Dr. Anisa, how important is it to be screened for a woman?
Oh, it's incredibly important, and we know very well that women's health is so often neglected by the women themselves, by investment in healthcare. So this is key, and to see Pakistani cricket being so progressive to highlight this, I think it's so important to use the national sport, something that's close to everybody's heart, to remind.
For your thoughts, like you said, screening is extremely important, and it's back to you guys in the commentary box.
In the meantime, some activity out there at the crease. A boundary and now a 6. Linde under pressure. He's gone for plenty, and the run chase is definitely on. He'll remain on as far as Saima Ayub is concerned. He's got to remain on as well, JP.
Yeah, great contrast here in the different.
Yeah, the timing was just about coming back when he's thrown it away once again. Saima Ayub was looking so. Bowled him in a rush, in a hurry. Hassan Nawaz doesn't allow himself any time to settle. And Ngidi there with a hard hit at the stumps. 101 off less than 50 balls. Can they do it? 5 wickets down. Gone. Well, he's supposed to be excellent player of spin bowling, not to be tonight. Usman Khan perishes. And gone. Trying a reverse. Fahim Ashraf is removed from the scene. Linde has been outstanding after a punishing start. He's come back strongly, 3 wickets, and derailing Pakistan's progress massively. Gets it past the first slip fielder for 4, slicing it. Trying to hit the ball. Decent enough hit to make it to the fence. So 2 boundaries on the bounce for Nawaz.
I don't think South Africa will be too disappointed with this. They're certainly hitting their mark in terms of the line and length, hitting top of off stump.
Big shot. That's a decent hit for 6. Down the ground. Massive miss hit. He's now got 3 for 7. Shaheen Afridi, the latest one to bite the dust. He's trying to look at the splice of his blade. Never could get it over the infield. It was straight, it was quick, and it was all over for Afridi.
Yeah.
I told you earlier, there'll be something for the faster bowlers. But the idea was just to bowl back of the length into the surface.
Yeah, an excellent shot. He's going to pick up a boundary. Yes, they do. Well, to continue his impressive spell this evening, Corbin Boss called upon the captain to finish his 4. That's an excellent shot. I tell you what, numbers 9 and 10 might have a word with the batters in the dugout afterwards. Team tonight. Oh, and I tell you what, I think he might have just picked up his 4th. And yes, he did indeed. He picks up the wicket of Nasim Shah to finish an excellent spell of bowling. 4 for 14 with 17 dot balls in that spell.
He deserved to have another wicket here. He's bowled beautifully throughout this night. The first spell was game-changing one, where he picked up 2 wickets in 2 overs, pushed
in with his team in all kinds of trouble. 71 needed of 18. Oh, I tell you what, that went crisply off the bat through that cover reads, and he's going to pick up a boundary. Mohammad Nawaz continuing his awesome evening he's having out there. Oh, I tell you what, he still has the innovation game as well to help himself to a maximum. Mohammad Nawaz can do absolutely no wrong this evening, even in a losing course.
Should I be calling this deft touch? No.
I've got an interesting little stat for you. South Africa becomes the first team to win a T20 international, batting first here at Rawalpindi. Oh, he's gone leg side, but has he picked out the field in the deep? Yes, he has. And he has picked out the safe pair of hands of Corbin Boss. And it's only fitting that he forms part of this missile to clinch a victory for South Africa here.